Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Right now we are live on air, and I would like to welcome you with us in this time we will spend together today. Now today our topic is about magic. And the magic, the reason I want to talk about magic simply because Muslims are so much attracted to this topic, and they are like so obsessed with it. In the same time, this topic can prove to us easy that Islam is a religion which doesn't make sense in any way, and full of fairy tale stories. When somebody come to me with a religion like Islam and says to me, Islam is a religion of science, Islam is religion of logic, and then he come to me with magic, then I think we have the right to question what kind of logic this religion has. So today we will talk about magic, and we will study this belief, where it's coming from, what the point of it, and was it like was Muhammad copying others, or he was just a follower? Was he a person who really believed in magic, or just he's trying to make the Muslims fear, or I mean his followers to fear the topic, which means as a way of terrorism. Islam is a religion of terrorism, and Muhammad, he used many ways in order to control the mind of a human being. Like actually what they do today, like if you study political science or social science or etc., you will see there's many who do the, let's say, the propaganda, governments, intelligence, all kind of things. You will see those people, they always try to have an impact on you by fear. And I will give you an example. Like, if you remember, not long time ago, I think maybe 3 years ago, something like this, we have Joe Biden, or and I call him Joe Biden, not Joe Biden. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. He said, if I am you, I will not go on the train. And that was in the time where the news is speaking too much about the swine flu. The swine flu at that time, it was just a few years ago. It was a big issue, and everybody speak about it. And the whole world is terrified by the news. And if you hear the news, you think that everybody is going to die this year, and it is the end of the world. And they start giving, sending out the flu shot, which will protect you supposedly, and etc. And they made billions of dollars from this flu shot. And later, we noticed that this was nothing but a propaganda, and all who die in USA from the swine flu was less than the number of the fingers in your hand. So all of it was nothing but a propaganda to install fear in your heart. And for sure, somebody is behind this. I believe strongly that the same company who came with the vaccine is the same company who spread the news about the flu. And they might even be the same company who created the flu. Sometime evil mafia, they create a disease in order to make money. So we create the vaccine, and we create the disease, and then we make you sick, and then in order to recover, we have the vaccine, which is very expensive. So driving the mind of a human being always is used before, and is going to be used in the future, And I think you guys, what I'm talking about. You can go and and check what I'm talking about the flu issue, and you will see how they really they manipulate the mind of a human being, and how they fool them. Now, the story of Muhammad is no different, really. People today supposedly are smarter, more intelligent, more knowledgeable, more educated. We can't even compare, right? Technology, internet, everything between your hand. You have the biggest library ever in the history between your fingertips. Like, just click few words and you get the answer for whatever you want. But yet, it's very easy to control the mind of people, and it's not really hard. It's not hard really to fool a human being. The question is, how today you can even believe in something written 1,400 years ago, which is very silly and very stupid. How somebody come after 1,400 years of Muhammad believe in this? So let us see first, what is the problem we have in this story? This is a chapter 2, verse number 102. All right. By the way, if you guys have a question, there's a question and answer option. It's in Hangout, so it's an open. You can ask your question and submit your question for us, and I'm going to see it in the screen in my side here, and I will be able to see it. So how somebody can be affected by the idea or believing in such a thing in the year 2016? How such a thing happened? Let us see first the story, and then we go there. You can choose any translation you want. As I said, this is chapter 2, verse 102. This is what we are talking about right now. We will click at Yusuf Ali, the first translation our way. Make the screen bigger. For some reason, it's not getting bigger. I'm not sure why. All right. I'm not sure why it's not extending. Let us see if we can do it in a different way. All right. Maybe I need to refresh the screen. It's big here in Arabic, but it's not big much in English. All right. I think this is fine. Usually, it's not a problem to increase it. Anyway, in verse 102, make it bigger. There we go. They follow what the evil ones gave out. Now, always, when you read Muslim translation, I don't accept all the translation. And again, the reason I use the Muslim translation is Muslims don't say, it doesn't say that. Because if I give my translation, they might say, well, this is a Christian Prince translation, it doesn't say that. So I'm using their translation against them, so they cannot have an excuse. Always notice when Muslims they have a translation, if you see things between the brackets, skip it. This is an extra, let us say the translator trying to explain to you something in his mind about the meaning, or he found that it's more beneficial for you is to add it so you can understand more what he meant or what the verse means. So they follow what the evil ones give out against the power of Solomon. Blasphemers were not Solomon, but the evil ones, teaching men magic. Okay, let us stop here. So there is evil ones, but the verse here, it doesn't say really what is the evil ones. Who are they, those evil ones? And what they do? Those evil ones, they teach men magic. if we go back to the Arabic verse, you will see how false the translation is. In Arabic it says وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ. The evil one here supposedly is the shayateen, but the shayateen in Arabic mean the Satans, not the evil ones, but evil ones. There's a huge difference between saying the evil ones. Evil ones can be you, me, a human being, but it says the Satans, not the evil ones. So we will put X from the beginning at Yusuf Ali translation, and we will search for better, little bit better translation. Let us see. Forget about Yusuf Ali. Let us see other translation. Shakir, maybe he will do better. See here, Shakir, he is more honest, and they follow what the shaitans says. Shaitan, which means Satans. All right. So you see here, how come Yusuf Ali became evil one? There's a huge difference between evil one and Satans, because evil ones can be anyone. I can say you are an evil person, right? Again, guys, if you want to ask questions, it's in Hangout. There's an option you can click and you can ask questions, and I will be happy to answer you if I can. So they follow what the shaitans created of sorcery in the region of Suleiman. And Suleiman was not an unbeliever, but shaitans disbelieves. They taught men sorcery and what sent down to the angels at sent down to the angels at Babylon. Sent down to the angels at Babylon. What a stupid translation! Unbelievable how All right. You see, if we go back in Arabic, we will see that this doesn't fit, because simply the angels is the one who was in heaven anyway. Or like, is the angels are in heaven or they are on earth? All right. وأنزل على الملكين ببابل. So it sent on the angels on Babel. So those angels, they came by the they came down with the magic in the Babylonian tower. Now this is a very ancient story, by the way. Muhammad is copying from the legends of old generation. He is just a copy-paste person. He is copying a false fiction story, and because he liked it, it served his propaganda, so he came with it. But if you read carefully here with me, you will see there's a problem with this. We saw in Yusuf Ali, they count the shaitan as an evil one. And those evil ones, they teach evil things, which is sorcery. And those shaitan and the sorcery, they were practicing their sorcery in the region of Suleiman. All right, the region of Suleiman. But yet, the sorcery came down on the angels in the Babylon. Okay, so the Muslims then they accept that Suleiman he was exist in the Babylon. If they accept the city of the Babylon to be the city of Suleiman, that is a historical mistake. Because all of us, we know how this city built and how this civilization built, and who are the Assyrian, and Suleiman is not really the one who built this Babylon. So when the black magic sent down on those angels in the Babylon, but it's in the same time we are talking about the region of Suleiman. That's mean the Quran is confirming that the Babylon, or the land of the Babylon, and specifically the city of Babel, where the Tower of Babel exists, is the land of Suleiman. That will be a problem. The first problem we will see. The second problem, The one who is teaching the sorcery is Satan's, which means the one who have the knowledge of the sorcery is Shaitan. Okay, how Shaitan they get the sorcery knowledge? Look with me. The sorcery is taught to them, is taught the Shaitan, he taught the sorcery to the men, and that was sent down to the two angels of the Babylon. I don't know if you notice with me. I will be happy to see your text, by the way, in the side of the, if you have any comment, feel free. You can text, you can ask questions, you can do whatever you want. There's an option for question and answer. The one who taught the man, it was the Shaitan. The one who taught the man the sorcery, it was the Shaitan, which means there's no man knows about sorcery unless he is taught by Shaitan. All right, now Shaitan, he got his knowledge of sorcery from where? If you continue reading, you will see they taught men sorcery that was sent down to the two angels of the Babylon, Harut and Marut, which is coming from old legends, have to do with the Armenian and the Persian. This is why the names, they sound very Armenian actually. If anyone here in Armenian, he will know what I'm talking about. Harut is very well known name in Armenia. You know, this is coming from the far, let us say, it's a mixed legends of the Persian and Armenian and whoever live in that area, and spread all over about two angels. Their name is Harut and Marut, and they are the one who really teach sorcery. But the problem now we have that those Marut and Harut, the sorcery is sent down to them. When you see the one here, it says was sent down to the angels. Sent by who? Who is the one who sent the sorcery to the angels? It is Allah. There is a video, if you like to laugh with me, and if you like to see how stupid the Muslims' explanation for the story, it's called Angels Harut and Marut, City of Babylon, Origin of Magic. I wish I can play it, but you know, we don't want to cause a problem for copyright, etc. So you can go and listen to it and see how stupid, and I'm saying it clearly, the word is stupid, how stupid the way Muslims trying to, you know, give you the explanation for this disaster in their book. Allah sent sorcery to the angels. Angels, they taught the Shaitan. Shaitan, he taught the man. That's, for me, is very weird. Allah sent sorcery to the angels. Angels, they taught the Shaitan. Shaitan, he taught the man. So Allah, arrow, angels, arrow, Shaitan, arrow, man, and all of us to do evil. So where is the evil is coming from? Who is the one is doing the evil? You know, when we blame Shaitan, should we really blame him for doing wrong? I mean, if Allah is the one who taught the angels, he sent the sorcery to the angels, and the sorcery is to divide, is to do harm, is to do evil. So Allah, he sent down sorcery to the angels, and the angels, by the permission of Allah, they taught the Shaitan, and the Shaitan, by the permission of the angels, he taught the man. That's very stupid story. Because now, what is the difference between Shaitan and Allah? Allah, he knows supposedly what he's doing. When I send you a gun and I teach you how to shoot, and that gun can do only evil, because sorcery here cannot do good. Like you see, sometimes guns can do good, like to protect the good one, can be used by the hand of a policeman who will protect the innocent one. In the case of sorcery, this gun do evil only and can harm only. So there is no positive side of it. It's one side, negative side, weapon, supposedly. And this sorcery is going to be used against the good ones. And the one who is sending this weapon is Allah. He gave it to the angels gave it to the shaitan gave it to the man. So who is the problem here? Obviously, Allah is the troublemaker. It's not the shaitan. The shaitan, obviously, he is doing what he been taught to do. When the angels, you see here it says shaitan, they are the one who taught the man. So the knowledge of the sorcery did not come to the shaitan, did not come to the man directly. It came to the angels. The second one, it was the shaitan, and then the man. So obviously the angels cannot, the shaitan cannot take it from the angel unless angels they agree to teach. So the chain of the teaching is obvious that it's Allah, angels, shaitan, the man. And what is the purpose of this? Read with me. It says, yet those two taught no man. Look at this contradiction, just to show you how stupid the Quran is. Yet these two taught no man until they had said. But hold on. This is mean the Quran claim that the one who taught the man is Harut and Marut. But the verse before it, it says the shaitan is the one who taught the man. You see how stupid this book is? Like, the one who is writing the story, he is extremely stupid, extremely naive, to the point he is not even reading what he's writing. Who is the one who taught the man? Is it the shaitan or it is the angel? According to what we see in front of us, it is the shaitan. But one line more, it says, and yet those two, which mean Harut and Marut, all right, they are the one who taught the man. So in the same verse, we see a very clear contradiction. And those two angels, when they teach the man, before they teach the man, they make disclaimer. All right, they had said, hey, surely we are only trial. Okay, angels who are trial. That's a very weird angel. In order for an angel to be a trial to you, it's mean he is coming with an evil temptation and bad things, and that is not an angel. In Christianity, that will be a fallen angel, but Muslims don't believe in the same. But in your mind, by the way, Muslims do not believe that angel is the same you believe in him in Christianity. In Christianity, the angels are one kind of creatures, and they are made from light, or let's say they have like a spiritual power given to them by God. And angels in Islam are made from light, but shaitan is not the same as angel, which means the angel and the shaitan, they are two different kinds. The shaitan is a genie, and he is not from the light. He's not made from light. He's created from fire and from gas. So shaitan and angels are not the same kind. So put that in your mind. In the Bible the fallen angel, he was an angel. The devil is an angel who fall. or he failed. So in the Quran, no. In Quran, angel and shaitan, they are two different kinds. They are not the same kind. The devil is, which is Satan, he is made from gas and from fire. So those angels, they will not teach the man unless he understand that not to be a disbeliever. And I don't know what this have to do with this. Hold on, wait on, look, read with me. Surely we are only at a trial, therefore do not be a disbeliever. What? Does that make sense? I believe it's a very stupid comment. What do you mean we are trials, therefore don't be a disbeliever? Why you are teaching them the rosary? Like, what do you want them to do with it? Don't be a disbeliever, and you are giving it to them to use it, because simply, when you say rosary, it is a practice. It's not something you learn only. In order to learn it, you have to practice it. As an example, for sure, we don't believe in the rosary. It's a sorcery. Sorry, it's a lie. But in order to teach you, you have to, let us say, repeat after me. Let us say I say shish kebab, falafel, hummus. If you say those words, this will happen. All right. So in order to learn it, you have to repeat it, which means you are practicing it. The second you practice it, you are doing evil. And if you practice in sorcery is a disbelief, so why you are teaching them the sorcery? Then it says, even then men learned from those two magic, by which they might cause separation between the man and the wife. Look at this madness. So what the purpose of teaching this sorcery is? To separate between the man and his wife. Why is that? What I'm going to accomplish from such a thing? Like, if a man and a wife, they are separated, is that going to make them disbelieve? People get divorced every day. What does have to do with the disbelief? And what the point? What the point of teaching? I send angels to the Babylon and I teach them magic, and the angels teach the shaitan, and the shaitan teach the man, and the man he teach each other, and then they cause a man and the wife to separate. Like, what a plan, man. What is that for? Which is really a contradiction for the whole story of Suleiman, because later you will see that Suleiman is using the magic to control supposedly the genie. It's not about the dividing separation between men and women. And then it says, and they cannot hurt with it anyone except with Allah permission. That's a big problem here. So Allah will give you the gun, and Allah is the one who can release the safety of that gun. So who is the Satan here? Allah is the one who will force you. Actually, this is not a permission. If you think about it, as long as it is Allah who is going to in his hand the decision of you doing sorcery or not, so it means he is the one is making you doing it, which means he is the evil one and he is a stupid one. It is not the man who learned the sorcery. Allah he sent it. Allah he taught it to the angels, and he ordered the angels to teach later to the man, as we see in this line here. But in the line before, it says that the shaitan is the one who taught, which is a contradiction. So everything is coming from Allah. All this evil is coming from Allah. And what the point? They say it's a trial. Like, don't we have enough trial? All the trial we have, Allah is going to add one more game. And what the purpose of this game is? To make a man and wife fight. I don't see, I don't see God there. I see stupid talk. and you know, very funny, stupid things. Secondly, if sorcery will be used to make a man and wife fight, well, how come that this is not what happened in the case of Muhammad? Muhammad was controlled by magic, and that was not causing him to fight with his wife. It was affecting him in imagining things happening they never happened. That's all, including sex. But nowhere it says he was fighting with his wife because of the black magic. In here, it's just to cause separation. In the case of Muhammad, he lost his mind. He started acting crazy. He imagined himself, you know, done something, but he never did, including having sex. So we cannot find really any logical excuse for the whole story. It's stupid, it's very naive, and you have to have a mental issue in your head to believe in it. Then we continue. And they learned what harmed them and did not profit them. Look at this. I thought they learned what is going to harm others, which is separating the wife and the husband, but now he's saying they learned what harmed them, did not profit them. Well, when Muhammad was under the black magic and he was bewitched, who is the one who was harmed? The one who played the black magic on him or Muhammad? Obviously it was Muhammad. So this statement is very false statement. If you go to the hadith before we continue, you will see here some stupid talks coming from the Prophet of the Abdul. As an example, the book of medicine, Sahih al-Bukhari, and this is the reference. All right. I heard Allah Messenger saying, if somebody takes 7 ajwa, which means 7 pound date fruit, 7 ajwa dates in the morning, neither magic nor poison will hurt him that day. All right. If you think about it, this is mean that Muhammad is considered black magic is a kind of a physical illness. It's kind of an infection. Because what do you mean that if I eat ajwa, if I eat dates, magic will not affect me? I don't know if you know what I'm saying. You see, notice with me, this is in the book of medicine. Book of medicine. So we are not making up like things is not there. It is the book of medicine. All right. Ajwa dates as medicine for magic. It is a medicine. When we use the term or the word medicine, that's mean we are saying that you are sick with the physical sick, and that sickness have a medicine, it's ajwa. But this is not what sorcery is about. Sorcery is not about somebody he give you a medicine and you know, it's about a superpower above your power and is going to control you. It's not really a medicine. It's not something you drink and you will make you do something. So you can fight sorcery by eating 7 dates. But later we will find, and not only sorcery, you can fight even poison, as you see. And I challenge Muslim to practice that. You know, the Muslim, by the way, they say to you that in the Bible it says that if a believer if he drink poison, poison will not kill him. And they say, okay, can you drink poison? First of all, the Bible doesn't say really that if you drink poison will not kill you in the way some people, some naive one, trying to understand. You know, death in the Bible is that you can kill the body, but you cannot kill me. You cannot kill my soul. I am protected. Nobody can harm me. I am promised the eternal life. So your poison will not affect me. Your sword will not destroy me. Your fire will not burn me. But this is not about the body. Christian at that time and Christian at this time, they are not stupid, naive to believe that if I drink, you know, to take it in literal way, if I drink poison, because obviously all of us, we know that all the apostles of Christ, they were killed. All the father of the churches, they were killed, not only by many things, not necessarily poison. So physically they can be harmed. The Messiah himself was killed. So how a Christian will not be killed? But this is the false fiction interpretation of some Abdul or some those who they are naive. They think that this is about physical. This is a physical statement. Here, this is physical. Muhammad ended the black magic. Muhammad cannot function correctly, and Muhammad, he come with a solution, which is, you know, controlled by the devil or some people controlling him. Even Muhammad, he consider saying poetry is a magic. Poetry for Muhammad is magic. Muhammad, because he could not make, you know, he could not come with poetry. His Quran is very funny, Arabic, could not reach to the degree of poetry. So he have to attack the poetry. You will see here an Arab desert man who come to Muhammad, and obviously he speak a very powerful Arabic. All right. So Muhammad, in order to silence him, so people will not see how good spoken he is with his strong Arabic language, which is a lot better than his funny Quran. So Muhammad right away, he said that speaking a high standard language is a magic. So don't believe in him. Don't think he's saying something unique. Don't think it's something good. This is magic. This is false. This is from Shaitan. So if saying poetry is magic, can I fight the poetry by eating ajwa? I thought magic is a sickness. We eat ajwa, we fight it with it. Poetry, this guy is not saying anything except using normal Arabic words in a high standard, high quality, and we are accusing him of poetry, of magic, just for saying that. Let me show you more. You see, all of this is about if you eat 7 ajwa, if you eat 7 ajwa, etc. All right. Now here, there's more kind of magic. There's many magic of Islam. If you are a person who study astrology, all right, you are acquiring a branch of magic. Now, astrology here doesn't mean really. It's about like just studying the stars. It's not about really, you know, like being like those who read the stars. No, just studying the science of space. That will make you a person who acquiring a branch of magic. So it is haram. So when Muslims, they say like now I heard in Dubai they are trying to build a telescope to explore the space. They are ignoring what their prophets say, that when you acquire any kind of like astronomy science, you are reaching out to learn black magic, which is forbidden in Islam. This is why you see in the Islamic history this kind of science was destroyed because simply it's haram. And I am sure in the, you know, before, actually in Iraq, the Sabians, the Mandanaean, the Sabians, actually this will be in my coming book, they have a very strong knowledge of the astronomy. But when Islam came and Muhammad came with those funny, stupid statements, those kind of science, they are dead, demolished. Because who dare to say or to do something? Because if you do astrology, if you do astronomy, you get killed for doing it. You see here the same. Whoever learned about the stars, he learned a branch of magic. Now, why, if I learn about the star, I'm learning a branch of magic? What the problem of learning about the stars? Which actually is a contradiction for the Quran teaching. Because you know, the Quran says that the stars, Allah, He made them for you to guide you. You know, to guide you between you know, in the land, so you can find your direction. Suddenly, if you know, learn about the stars, you are a person who is trying to acquire magic, and you are a bad person. And you know, you should know that sorcery in Islam is actually it's forbidden in the Bible too, for it's false. All right, and the punishment in the Bible is very harsh. If we go to the Quran, you will find that the Quran brings us a lot of contradiction with the statements of Muhammad regarding the stars. There's many verses in the Quran talking about the benefit of the stars and why Allah you know, He came with the stars. In chapter 6 verse number 97 it says, وَهُوَ الَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمُ النُّجُومَ لِتَهْتَدُوا. It is Him who came to you, or He, you know, He made for you the stars as a guidance. Okay, hold on. You said to me that you are the one who made for me the stars as guidance, and then you say to me that if you use the stars or you seek any science of the stars, you are seeking a branch of magic. Okay, how am I going to guide myself to the stars if I cannot you know, study the stars? Because in order to you know, to go and see what the stars is about, or how I can take them as a direction, I need to learn. Like simply like now, if I say to you, okay, go and lead yourself by the stars, I want you to go to California following the stars. How you can do that? You need to learn. So, but he said in the hadith, if you acquire such a thing, simply you are, you know, seeking sorcery, and that would be very funny and very weird. And by the way, if those who do not believe me, you know, you can go, like we can go right now, we can go back to this verse. We go here. Right away, chapter 6 verse number 97. وهو الذي جعل لكم النجوم لتهتدوا بها. You can click any translation you want. This is Yusuf Ali. It is He who makes the stars as guidance for you, so that you might guide yourself. Okay, you tell me now, how I'm going to use the stars to guide me if I do not study the stars? That's impossible. I have to study their location. I have to study my location. I have to study you know, the season, because you know, the earth is not fixed. The earth is moving, so the stars will not be fixed for me. So my location is changing, and then I have to study this movement, so I can use these stars as a guidance for me. But he's saying if you use it, you are seeking sorcery. And what does have to do with the sorcery? If what he taught in the Quran, it says that he taught the angels sorcery. He did not taught them about the stars. He taught them sorcery, and then like one verse saying that, the same verse saying that Shaitan taught the man, or angels taught the man, but there's no stars there. And what the stars have to do with it? And later we find that the poetry is a sorcery. So poetry is a sorcery, stars is a sorcery, and you can teach sorcery by saying specific words. If you go to the hadith, you see Muhammad when he was infected by the black magic. Let's see if we can find it here. Okay, here we go. You see Muhammad, he was bewitched, and you know, if you see what how he was bewitched, you will see that he was bewitched by hair. They took some hair from his body. You see how they control him by magic. They found there's a comb have some hair on it, and this is how he controlled him by magic. There's no stars there. They are not using the knowledge of the stars. What hair and comb of hair have to do with the stars? Is the stars have the power? Like, are we believing that if I seek knowledge about the stars and then I can control it by knowing about the stars? And you will notice here in this story, Muhammad was controlled by the black magic by a man, his name Lubayd ibn al-Asam. Here we go again, he's a Jew. If James White is here, he will say he is a Roman Catholic. But too bad, James White is not here. All right. So Lubayd ibn al-Asam, he's a Jew, so always we blame the Jews for anything. And right away, the Jews, they are the one who did the black magic. But Muhammad, how the Jews did the black magic? They have some hair of Muhammad, I don't know from which location, from his head, from his bum, I don't care. And they control him by a hair and a comb. And they throw the hair and the comb on the whale. And next to the whale, there was a palm tree, have a head of like Satan, you see? So obviously this man Muhammad is mixed up. He come with the stories just to false fiction stories, just to give himself an excuse about why he is behaving madly. So he said, you know what, somebody controlled me by a black magic, took some hair off my body and they put it somewhere, and etc etc etc, you know. And how Muhammad he got recovery. Look at the story, guys, just to show you how the story is very stupid, is very naive. It's not even good for children. Muhammad was infected by the black magic. The angels, Allah, he sent 2 angels to help him. They did not give him ajwa. Isn't him who said the medicine of black magic is ajwa? They did not give him ajwa. Why you don't eat ajwa? Instead, they start looking where the black magic is, and they finally they located the black magic. They found it in a whale, and it is a camp and here and throw in there. So the story is very funny, very naive, very dummy, doesn't even fit for kids. And the solution for it have nothing to do with the ajwa. And the funny, he told people to eat 7 ajwa every day, which means he is eating 7 ajwa every day, but yet he was infected by black magic. And actually not only black magic, he was infected by poison, because later we hear that Muhammad was even killed by poison. See here, when they took when they found the camp, they took it off, and this is how Allah He healed him. You see, when they found the camp in the well, they took it off, and this is how Allah He cured Muhammad. He cured me. It's like it's a disease. So black magic for Muhammad is a disease. And it's very funny to say it's a disease, but yet you are talking about somebody taking her hair of your from you and controlling you from far away as like remote control. So Allah has cured me. I hated to draw the attention of the people in such evil which they might learn and harm others. So Muhammad, he get rid of it because he don't want people to learn this, because this will harm others. All right. I hope Muslims are listening, and you know, just use your brain and see what do this make sense. Hey Muslims, do you want me to tell you what barber shop I go to so you can get some hair and control me from far away, so you can switch me from attacking Islam to defend Islam? Get some of my hair, that's it, and do some black magic. Obviously there is something wrong with this religion, and those Muslims, they don't really want to understand that this is nothing but a fabrication, and it's a madness. You cannot be intelligent, a human being, and you believe in such a garbage. If we continue reading the verse, if we go back to the verse before, the verse we were reading, all right, which is a chapter 2 verse 102. After they teach, which is to separate the men and the women from each other, all right, they cannot harm anyone except by Allah leave, which means it's Allah who is harming you, which is not fair. He is the one who sent magic, and he is the one who harmed people, and he is the one who was harming Muhammad, because it says nobody can harm anyone without the permission of Allah. But obviously Allah, he sent 2 angels to save Muhammad from it, so he don't want that to happen. So how this is never happen unless Allah give a permission? If Allah don't want Muhammad to be harmed, you know, the Muslim, they say to you as an example that Jesus, he did not do miracles by his own, but it was by Allah leave. All right, here we go. When the Jewish guy, he did black magic to Muhammad, it was by Allah leave. What the purpose of it? To make Muhammad look like a joke? Who is the winner here? Who is the loser? Nothing happened to the Jew, and Muhammad was, you know, humiliated because people, they say to him he's mad. This is why he was called in the Quran many times Majnoon, which means crazy. As you see, the hadith says that he used to imagine things happening he never did. This man, he was using his mind. You see that Allah Messenger was affected by the magic, so much that he used to think that he had done something which in fact he did not do. Now, how he want to fight it? He invoked Allah, and Allah, he sent 2 angels. Actually, if you think about it here, you will see that alone, this story alone is a contradiction for the Quran, because in the Quran Allah, he says that Allah asimuka min al-jinnati wan nas, Allah protect you, O Muhammad, from genie and from mankind. All right, oh, it's not coming, hold on. So Allah protect Muhammad at this. Hold on. Allah protect Muhammad from the genie and protect Muhammad from mankind, and yet still Muhammad was killed by mankind by the Jewish women, and he was, you know, poisoned by a Jewish man. I mean, black magic on him and by Jewish man. So how this happened? It's nothing but a contradiction. There is many places actually. Like if we read the Quran, we will find the contradiction in every page we read, and every hadith is a contradiction for the Quran, and every Quran is a contradiction for the Quran itself. As an example here, if we go to verse number 5, chapter number 5, verse number 67. Yeah, this is why it's not showing, because it is Ya'sumuka. So if we go to the Quran, it says that Allah protect you from the people. Allah offer Muhammad protection, which means Allah, the word Ya'sumuka, which means full protection. All right, and Allah will defend thee from man who mischief anything. He will defend you anything. The word Asmahin is full protection, which means nobody really can touch you. But as we see, a Jewish man was able to control Muhammad, you know, using his hair and doing whatever he want to him. And yet Muhammad was in this ability, and Allah, he have to send 2 angels to defend Muhammad. Then if we go back to the verse, we go to Muhsin. I think it was Shakir, I don't know. All right. Everything have to happen by the permission of Allah, which is a contradiction for the Quran, as we showed you, because Muhammad, he is protected by Allah, and Allah promised him he will be protected from mankind, and yet he allowed supposedly Ubayd ibn al-Asam to harm him by black magic. And then we see, and they learned what harmed them and did not profit them, but the one who was harmed, it was Muhammad, not the Jewish man. And certainly they know that he who bought it should have no share of good in the hereafter. Where is the wisdom in this talk? Very, very rubbish, very stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's a naive talk. It's a child talk. Seriously, it's nothing but a child talk. Again, if any of you guys have a question, the question option is open. You know, we are using Hangout on air, so there's an option where you can say question and answer. So you can send me any question you want, and I would be happy to answer you. Because until now I see no questions submitted by any. Maybe you guys are shy. It's all right. The story here about Suleiman is very funny, because simply those genies are working for Suleiman, those shaitans, and they are the one who they are doing the bad thing. And if you read the Quran, you will see there's no connection between this verse about the genie and what is after and what is before. Seriously, I advise you to go and read the chapter 2, and read with me. You will see there's no connection. Every verse by itself is a story, which is no story. Like, you know, if we go back to verse 102, where we are talking about the black magic, and you can read from the beginning anyway, you know, and ask yourself, what is the difference really between what the connection between 101 and 102? Nothing. What is the connection between 102 and 103? Nothing. What the connection between 103 104? Nothing. What about the connection between 105 and 104? Nothing. Because Muslims, they believe, somebody asking me why they you know, why the Muslim they say the word shaitan, shaitans, or satans, because simply the Muslim believe there's many shaitans. According to Muslims, shaitan, he have a wife, and he did marry a shaitana. Let me see if I can find you the source, but I don't know if I'm going to find it in English, but for sure I can find it in Arabic. So the shaitan, he did marry a shaitana, and he lay eggs. The wife of shaitan, she don't get pregnant, all right? And each egg produce 70 shaitan. Let me see if I can get you the hadith in English, so we can laugh together. This is a good question, actually. You just remind me of this story. You see, guys, this is why it's good to ask, because if you don't ask, I will not be able to help you. The first shaitan Muslims believe that he did not have a wife. The first shaitan, he don't have a wife. So what the first shaitan he did have sex with himself. Allah created for him in the right leg a penis, and in the left leg he created for him a vagina. So when shaitan he want to have sex with himself, he shake his legs, and this is how he have sex with himself, by simply shaking his legs. All right. I'm trying to find you the story. So I can share it in the screen, but I'm trying to find it in in English. In Arabic is not really hard to find it. I found the hadith in Arabic, and now I'm trying to find it in English. But anyway, shaitan, he did marry you know what, I'm going to post the link so you can maybe translate in Google Translation. All right, so you don't say we are making things up, especially if the Muslims are watching or they will watch later. The brother who is talking from Indonesia, blessing to you, and thank you very much for the kind words. Because the Quran, by the way, the Quran speak about, in chapter 18, verse number 50, the Quran speak that shaitan, he have a dhurriya, which means he have a children's. And here is it's a literate way. It's not like, if somebody can post maybe in the text for you, you can read it. And if we say, when we say to the angels, bow down to Adam, they bow down except Iblis, which means shaitan. and he was from the genie, he was a bad, and he disobeyed Allah, are you going to take him and his seeds or his children's as you know, leaders instead of me, or to worship instead of me? All right. So here, let us see where it says that Shaitan, he have sex with himself. Here we go. You can guys go and I'm not sure how this works, how I can answer the question. Look like I can answer the question only by talking, not by posting. That's okay. I'm not sure if I post in the chat, if that will work for you. Let us see. I'm not sure. Well, let us do this here. I will show it to you in Arabic, as long as we don't have it in English. All right. This is the interpretation. Actually, hold on. Let me switch to the other screen here. I will transfer it because the text there appears better. All right. It's taking time to load. I'm not sure why. Looks like my internet is slow. I'm not sure why. Sorry guys, I'm trying to load it, but it's taking forever. I'm not sure what the problem. I hope I did not lose my connection. Let me see. Because for some reason I don't see it. Well, I will switch to the other one then. All right, let's see here. Because Firefox is not working. All right, this one here is working. If you read with me here, this is, by the way, the official website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Sorry, of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right, you can see it here. You can click at the. It says the project of Mus'haf, electronic Mus'haf, by the University of King Saud. So this is a government university in Saudi Arabia, the University of King Saud. This is the first king of Saudi Arabia. And here it says clearly that Shaitan, he have seeds, he have children. And Shaitan, Inna Allah Ta'ala خلق له في فخذه اليمنى ذكرا. Allah, he created for Shaitan in his right leg a penis, and in his left leg a vagina. So he do if this by this, فهو ينكح هذا بهذا, and he give every day 10 eggs, and from each egg there is 70 shaitan and shaitana. So now you will see here it says shaitan and shaitana. In Arabic, the word shaitan, it's a for male. Shaitana, when you add the T at the end, make it female. So shaitan and shaitana, which means there is each egg will produce 70 shaitan and shaitana, which mean male and female. It's from each egg. So the first shaitan, he was the only one was male and female in the same time. All right, the first shaitan, the one who was kicked from heaven, Iblis, this is why they call him Iblis. You see, the difference between Iblis and the word shaitan, it's the same, except Iblis present the father. It's like the father of mankind is Adam. Otherwise, I am a man and Adam is a man. But when we talk about Adam, we are talking about the first man. When we talk about Iblis, we are talking about the first first shaitan who have sex with himself. So the first shaitan have a penis, have a vagina at the same time, and they are located in his legs. And look how the imagination of Muhammad, he come with a solution. Okay, shaitan because the Quran is the one says that shaitan have a dhurriya. All right, the Quran says that shaitan have a dhurriya, which means he have children. So if we like, this is in chapter, you can read it yourself, chapter 18 verse number 50. If you go to the Quran, go here, I'm not sure why my browsers are not working. You see, it's keep looping. There's something wrong in my internet. Too bad. I'm trying even to open the verse, it's not opening. You see, it keep going forever. Here we go. Finally, this is the verse, chapter 18, verse number 50. If you go to any translation you want, come on, open. Yeah, it's not opening. Look like my net is dead today. Come on. All right, you know what? You guys, you can just open it in your side. Chapter 18, verse number 50, and you will see the shaitan have a dhurriya, which means he have a children. All right. So when the shaitan have sex with himself, he lay eggs, which is very funny, like as if he's a chicken. So he lay eggs, and from each egg there's 70 devil. Now the funny about this, Muhammad, he said that for every human being there is one devil. For every human being there's one devil. But if you use your mind for a second, and let us say for the sake of argument this is true, that shaitan, he lay eggs, and each leg, every day he laid 10 eggs, remember? All right, look what it says. Actually, let me see if I can find this hadith here in English, but sadly the internet is not working good, so I don't know if it's going to work. Come on. Because if we can get the story in English, that would be even nicer, you know. But I don't think that the Muslim will translate this. However, you can go anytime you want. You can go to the Saudi government website, and you can find the story of Al-Qurtubi here, as we said. Anyway, if you calculate the numbers, we were talking about the numbers. If the shaitan every day he lay 10 eggs, I'm going to use my calculator. Feel free to use yours, just to beat the logic or the stupidity of Islam. If every human being has one shaitan, this is mean the production of shaitan is equal to the production of a human. When you say to me every human being have one shaitan, all right, Muhammad, he called him qareen, which means your companion. You remember there's a hadith where Muhammad, he said every human being have a shaitan, and they said to him, Muhammad, and what about yours? Do you have a shaitan? He said, yes, but my Allah helped me against him, and he converted to Islam. So Muhammad, he claimed that he converted his shaitan to Islam. So now, if the shaitan have 10 eggs a day, and then each egg provide 70 shaitan, all right? Each egg provides 70, remember, right? This means 700 shaitan a day. 700 shaitan a day. Now, a day, remember, a day. Now, those 700 shaitan, the second day, they are already mature. The second day, each one of them is going to provide 70, or sorry, each one of them will provide 700. Each one of them will provide 700, because 10 eggs, each one of the eggs is 70. So then that's mean the second day that will be in 700 x 700. This is 490,000 shaitan in the first 2 days of mankind. At that time, Adam, how many kids of the first day? You don't have kids yet. His wife, she need 9 months in order to deliver a baby. When shaitan, every 2 days, actually the number will increase double if you go the third day, because now remember, the 490, they are going to provide each one of them 700. So 490,000 x 700, that will make it 3,430,000, right? Actually, sorry, 343 millions. So how you say every human being have an equal shaitan, an equal, like a companion, one companion? So the Muslim, yes, they believe that shaitan have a, the first shaitan have sex with himself. The second shaitan, he had a wife. Every male have a female. All right. Actually, I don't know if there is translation for Al-Qurtubi, especially for this verse. I never saw Al-Qurtubi translated, because that would be very fun. You see, it's Al-Qurtubi, if we can have it in English, because then you will see how stupid it is. All right. Let's go back here. All right, you see here. You see here it says, are you going to take the shaitan and his progeny as a protectors? You see the children of shaitan. Are you going to worship the children of shaitan? Here he's not talking about children of shaitan as like, a follower of shaitan, a human being. No. Shaitan have children and have seeds, and he have sex too. Let us go back. And actually, I advise people to read the chapter 18 in full, because this is one of the chapters which is going to, this chapter alone is enough to show you that the Quran is a stupid book. Because the angel here, sorry, the genie, which is a shaitan or iblis, was ordered to bow down to Adam in an unjust order. Remember the story. Allah, he told Adam, he told the angels, I'm going to create someone to inherit the earth. The angels, they said to him, well, are you going to create someone who would do mischief then? So Allah, he wanted to teach them that they are stupid, they do not know. So he taught Adam all the angels, and he ordered the devil to bow down. The devil refused to bow down, and so Allah, he punished him. But if you think about it, if Allah ordered the angels to bow down, why he's upset from the Satan for not bowing down? Because Satan is not from the same kind of angels. It's like saying to the dog, get out, dogs, hey dogs, get out, and then you get upset from the cat. And the cat, then they say to you, well, meow, you did not say to me get out, you said dogs. Hello. So Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down, and he got upset from the dog for not going down. You see, actually it says there in front of you, behold, we said to the angels, bow down to Adam. They bow down except Iblis. But you know, Iblis, he is from the jinn. The same verse saying that. You see it? It says Iblis, Iblis is from the jinn. So why you are upset from someone, he is from the jinn? You did not order him. You ordered the angels. He is a genie. All donkeys, get out. And then I got upset from a bird because he did not get out. They are two different kinds. There is no connection between them, and there is no relationship between them. This is how naive, this is how stupid the Quran is. So anyway, I wanted to share with you this story about the magic. We can continue actually, because there's many things about the magic, but those alone have a lot of key to play with and to use when you debate Muslims, and to show them how stupid this religion is, because obviously this is a religion. Everything in it doesn't make sense. Everything in it is based on fairy tales, and if you love fairy tales, well, Islam is good for you. All right, so I want to say thank you for listening. Now before we close, I want to say thank you for those who they made a donation. Very few they did, but anyway, it's a blessing. I never expected too much anyway, because my experience with donation is not good. People, they say we will help you, but when it's come to reality, the story is totally the opposite. And actually I noticed that the page where I said help us for donation, there's no text. Dead, very quiet. You know, suddenly the active one who talk too much, they are inactive. You need to know that if you donate or not, I will do my mission. But for me, it's kind of disappointing to see Christians. You know, they encourage me actually to ask for donation, but when I do, they don't do anything. Anyway, this is my page here for those who like to support, and it's very easy to do it. You can give the amount you want, and this way you can help us in our mission. Thank you very much, and God bless you.